All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Fly and TBCBM, this time taking place here on Turtle Rock. We have Fly spawning as the blue orc at what I'll call the 9 o'clock position. Meanwhile, over here at the what I'll call the 11 or 12 o'clock position, we have TBCBM spawning as the purple undead. Undead versus orc in this 1v1 as things are getting underway. I'm looking forward to all of these casts, and thank you for everyone who has been supporting me out there. I use some of the funds to actually buy my microphone stand, and I gotta say I really like it. It's just my hands are free. I can actually play and cast, or actually play Warcraft 3 and not have the microphone stand that was sitting in front of me getting in the way. So having a bit of a boom mic does definitely help, and hopefully you guys, just thank you. I'll just say thank you at the very least of that. Unfortunately, my pop filter is my pop filter is now making my boom mic a little bit too heavy, and then it starts to drop and sag. So that is the reason why my pop filter is no longer there. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. We are going to get a graveyard up, and meanwhile we are going to be looking at a Death Knight and Tomb of Relics Crypt. We'll see if we're going to be opening up with Crypt Fiends or if we will open up with Ghouls. At the other end of the map, you can see Voodoo Lounge already being placed down. You can also take a look. Blade Master going to go ahead and be trained. Orc Burrows are in position. Orc Peons are harvesting on this lumber line right here. And will we see the new style where we go to Tier 3, or are we going to stay at Tier 2 in this Orc versus Undead matchup? All right, Blade Master about to pop on out here. It is currently the 2-minute 5-second mark right now. For those of you guys who do like to study replays and figure out what's going on. And lately, I've actually seen a lot of people getting back into Warcraft 3. They're looking at strategies. They're trying to see how they can get better. And my best suggestion to you is watch high-level replays, but only without the fog of being able to see both players' vision. That way you can see why the players are making specific plays, what they're trying to do, and make the proper judgment calls that are going on throughout this game. Death Knight now chasing after the Blade Master. Blade Master just wind walks, or could have just wind walked by, as you see the Death Knight now making its way over here. Now the Blade Master has a choice. Is he going to actually go after this Ogre Magi creep camp, or is he going to leave it behind? You can see the Death Knight here, perhaps suspecting that the Blade Master is going to go ahead and try and steal a bit of the experience, decided to back off over here, go after this Ogre Warrior, should be able to use a Death Coil and finish it off. All right, well, let's take Death Coil, does steal that item right there. Oh no, no item. Wrong unit actually getting killed there, as the Grunt's still putting on pressure. Meanwhile, the Blade Master does pick up a Ring of Protection and is now moving across the map behind here. Is the Death Knight going to be able to finish off this Ogre Warrior? It does, as you see that the Blade Master is trying to get in front of that Death Knight. Is he going to get a Windwalk strike onto this unit? That is the big question. No, allowing the Death Knight to now back away. The Death Knight wanted to see where the Blade Master was, and well, he knows that the Blade Master had not yet started creeping out this Ogre Magi creep camp. All right, good vision there, good understanding of the game from both of these players. Blade Master was able to pick up 2 items relatively early, did also pick up a Circlet of Nobility. I believe he sold one of those items as well, as the Ogre Magi does take down that unit there. It does pick up a Pendant of Energy, and that most likely will be given to the Shadow Hunter later on. More healing salves, more hexes, and, well, always very, very beneficial there. Skeletal minions being used to try and take down the Voodoo Lounge over here. However, buildings on fire in Warcraft 3 do not burn down, unlike, well, Terran buildings in StarCraft 2, as the Blade Master now makes its way over to try and deal a bit of damage onto that Death Knight there. Blade Master, is he going to be able to get any serious damage, as the, well, Death Knight uses another charge of that Rada Necromancy and still wandering around back at home. Blade Master gets in a Windwalk strike again, as the Death Knight, well, a Crypt Fiend should really be trying to engage that Blade Master. Blade Master has so far done a good bit of damage while healing a good bit of damage, since she did still have that healing salve. It looks as though the Blade Master is going to be able to shake off that cold attack there in just a second. Death Knight going to go ahead, absorb a bit more damage from the Blade Master once again. as the Blade Master looking to clear out the gargantuan or the giant sea turtle creep camp there, looking to perhaps get to a little bit closer to level 3. It looks like a Cloak of Shadows was dropped that should be sold relatively quickly, as we are now at the middle portion of this game. More skeletal minions are wandering out here. You can take a look. The Voodoo Lounge, well, is currently under repairs. That is a lot of skeletal minions being brought to the party. And you can see that this poor peon is not going to know what hit him, or, well, rather is going to have a whole bunch of skeletal minions perhaps hit him to death. 2 units already taken down. Shadowhunter now makes its rounds out. Going to simply walk by. Nope. Going to go ahead and pick up some units and say, you know what, I'm okay leaving that right there. Blade Master, hoping to perhaps get some more kills on this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Was the item dropped already? Going after this unit right here. Has cleared up a bit. Gonna go ahead and take it down. No item on that one. Ogre Warrior is left, but we now see gargoyles in the air. Gargoyles should be able to cause a bit of problems. Why is it going after the Forest Troll, and when it should in fact be going after the Blade Master? Shadowhunter is also here as well. That gargoyle not knowing, well, I guess the AI having to make a big difference there, since the Forest Troll was the only unit that could attack the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle thought the bigger threat was in fact that other unit. Skeletal Minion still wandering around over. Is going to be able to finish off this Voodoo Lounge? Yes, it will, as this poor peon now tries to get away. Meanwhile, back across here, one Gargoyle keeping track of all of these units. Blade Master picks up another Circlet of Nobility. 90-point critical strike, being able to finish off and get in more damage again. There is a 98 and point critical strike as well. All right, Blade Master continuing the fight once more. Yes, Arya? I will help you in a bit. Put on a shirt and go upstairs and put on a shirt first.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. Lich now backing around here. Let's take a look. Shadowhunter, Gargoyle still doing a little bit of chasing, as you can see skeletal minions have just been diving themselves onto the Voodoo Lounge. I'm not quite sure what TBCBM's return on investment is there, as, well, Rod of Necromancy does cost 200 per charge, as it does try and dive onto that location. Spirit Link now casts. Gargoyle quickly taken down, as the Blade Master does in fact get to level 3. Undead finally able to move on out. Death Knight still sitting at level 1. Lich still sitting at level 1, as the Blade Master may try and steal a bit of experience right here. There you go. Speed Scroll trying to get a surround onto that unit. There's a quick Hex onto that Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now does have Frost Armor. Another Hex goes down. Death Coil onto the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter in dangerous trouble. Trying to get away. Is the Death Knight going to be able to get there in time? No Death Coil, as it is able to be saved. Crypt Fiend now taken down, and wow, some great play by Fly. Split decision micro, as the Blade Master is getting stronger and stronger. Another Hex now goes down. Are they going to be able to get a surround onto that Lich? Yes, they are. Frost Armor, Death Coil trying to save it. Spirit Link protecting many of the units. Raiders are getting into position there. Banshees do have Curse, but not enough. Population count, let's take a look at that. 43 compared to 25. What exactly is TBBM's strategy at this stage? And we are getting Destroyer form upgrade. Let's take a look. We are upgrading the Fortress as well, as we are looking at the Shadowhunters, perhaps trying to get to level 2 and level 3 in order to be much more influential in the upcoming fights. Blade Master hoping either for a Potion of Invulnerability, a Potion of Greater Healing, or a Potion of Greater Mana, which would then be transferred to the Shadowhunter. Let's see. Potion of Greater Mana should be transferred to the Shadowhunter. There it goes. The Shadowhunter now with plenty to heal. And with the death of the Lich, even though it was just level 1, it resets the Undead timing on everything, because you do not want to move out of your base without Frost Armor. That is the actual issue and problem. All right, Orc Burrows. Some of them are, well, relatively low on, or constantly getting pressured right here. Skeletal Minion still putting pressure. Meanwhile, Death Knight, Obsidian Statues, this one Destroyer is up in the air, but it's not going to be enough Destroyers if you take a look. Only one Destroyer with the anti-magic attack there. You can see 2, and they're going to begin their attack onto this one Orc Burrow. Now, my suggestion would have been to attack this Orc Burrow instead. It does have splash damage. It is close enough in order to try and take down more of the Orc Burrows. Indeed, as another Orc Burrow does get taken down. All right, Destroyers getting webbed down. Let's take a look. Is enough damage going to be devoured magic? There it goes. One destroyer able to finish off some units. Death Knight needs to get a death coil off onto some of those units. Is going to be able to save a destroyer as the Blade Master gets to level 4. Another ensnare goes down. Poor Blade Master gets an easy kill right there as the destroyer is just constantly getting ensnared. And I do not know if that was worth it, losing 2 destroyers, taking down 2 orc burrows, and perhaps a little bit more trading of units as well. You can see that there is the body of 3 units. Not quite sure what was lost in that fight, but I know 2 destroyers were lost there. Blade Master sitting at level 4, Helm of Valor, very big item. Let's take a look back across here. Ogre Magi has yet to be taken down, so you still have the Rune of Healing. Gargantuan Sea Turtle now going to get taken out as well. And, well, Turtle Rock is a map where you can creep out a lot of creep camps. You can see multiple Gargantuan Sea Turtles all across the map here as the Shade keeping track of units. No Blade Master nearby. Easy way to tell. Look at the mini-map. See if you see it on the mini-map. As the Shade is keeping track of all of these units, you never want to allow the Blade Masters to steal some items. Lich going to go ahead and finish off some units. There's the Gargantuan Sea Turtle as well. Gargantuan Sea Turtle going to get taken down. And that is going to be, well, some easy experience. Maybe Death Knight will be able to get to level 3. Let's head back down to the south here. Raiders, Shadow Hunter. Going to go ahead and engage. Ogre Lord now going to, well, there is that shockwave. As the Raider is going to be able to ensnare and focus down this Ogre Lord as the remainder of the creeps not really quite sure, hey, should I stay or should I go? Good use right there as the Shadow Hunter now picks up Immolation, Cloak of Flames, just dealing damage by standing next to him does cause a lot of problems, but I do believe that item will be sold. Blade Master also has a Wand of Magic Stealing, could deny a good amount of mana from their opponent as well. As you see some more finishing and clearing off of those units. All right, Blade Master still wandering around. Oh, it looks as though the Shade was in fact taken out. The Sentry Ward did spot that unit right there as the Shadow Hunter is still wandering out across the map. Oh, fortified armor now onto the Orc Burrow. Do we see the Tauren Chieftain? Yes, we do. And this is the classic new Orc strategy up against Undead, being able to use tier 3 very effectively against the Undead units. Essentially, the Raiders so powerful not only against the Destroyers, but also against heroes as well, being able to slow them down. Potion of Greater Healing should be picked up by that Blade Master. Not quite sure why he hasn't picked that up yet. Perhaps he's not very scared of an invisible unit coming by to steal a bit of experience. Arya, you should be eating already.
A player's forces are under attack.
Death Knight now making its way across. TBC BM definitely in trouble. Only sitting on a level 2 hero. Meanwhile, Blade Master is 4, almost 5. Shadow Hunter is pretty much going to be at 4 after this creep. As we see the Blade Master with level 3 critical strike or level 3 windwalk, going to be able to chase down units without a problem. Rune Bracers also a big item, as well as the Blade Master is going to be resistant not only to the damage of all the hero nuking, but also all of the damage from those destroyers. Tauren Chieftain decides to hold on to a Cloak of Flames. That makes a lot of sense since the Tauren Chieftain is just going to be right in the right spot, getting surrounded by units and easily taken out. All right, we are going to be moving on forward. There is one Frostworm. Population count is 50 compared to 49. But if you consider, I like to consider each hero level an additional food supply. So you can see the Blade Master is at 5 compared to 3. That's 2 extra supply right there. There is a big critical strike, 228. Oh, and the Death Knight able to use a Scroll of Town Portal in time. I do not know if the Devour magic actually removed the Hex, but if that did, well, that prevented the kill, as the Hex was what was stopping the Blade Master, the Death Knight, from using that Scroll of Town Portal. However, during this time, there should be one more easy creep camp to go. Shadow Hunter with the Clarity Potion. Tauren Chieftain bringing up the rear. He's going to be able to pretty much stand inside here, put his foot down if he wants. Well, he's not going to even bother putting his foot down. You can see how much damage is just being dealt right there. There goes True Shot Aura as well. True Shot Aura is going to be given to any particular unit. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 2, getting up to 430 some odd hit points. Last Forest Troll Berserker will get taken out. You see an expansion now coming into play as the Blade Master trying to put pressure and takes down, well, a Frostworm. Frostworm taken down right there. 50 supply compared to 42. And the hero level discrepancy is just going to be far too much. A level 3 Death Knight and a level 3 or level 2 Lich going up against a level 5 Blade Master, a level 4 Shadow Hunter, and a level 2 Tauren Chieftain. When the Tauren Chieftain is about to hit level 3, which is the third hero, and your primary hero is only at level 3 as well, things are just not going all that well. All right, you can see how effective this fortified armor is on those orc burrows now. What normally destroyers and frostworms would be able to eat through the orc burrows, but instead they are being forced to retreat just a bit more. Death Knight with a level 2 Death Coil trying to save that Frostworm. You can see the purge on that unit there as TBCBM once again has to break free and get away back home. Scroll of Town Portals may be a good way to save your army, but you cannot win if you are constantly being forced to retreat and spending 350 gold. It is still a big loss overall in that fight. Now, Great Hall, about 2/3 of the way done. Expansion very far away. A third Frostworm being added. 58 supply, I believe. Yes, 58 supply. Another Ziggurat being added as well. Adding in a Temple of the Damned. 2 of them. Dual Temple of the Damned. I'm not sure what to expect. Since nothing's being trained up at this Temple of the Damned, why would you need another? We are at Black Citadel, so tech-wise, we are very far, but at this point, well, Fly says, I don't need to engage just quite yet. And when I do engage, I'm going to have such a large hero level advantage with maybe a level 5 Shadow Hunter and a level 3 Tauren Chieftain. I don't expect you to be able to do very much to stop me. Now, is the Tauren Chieftain going to be picking up the tome? Yes, he will. He is maxed out on items. Shadow Hunter is nearly maxed out on items. And I'm assuming the Blade Master is nearly maxed out on items as well. Plus 13 attack without the Kodo Beast bonus as well. And you know, once the Blade Master gets that Endurance Aura bonus, that Blade Master is going to be able to slice and dice these units so quickly. All right, a little bit of slow onto that Blade Master, but that Blade Master is still able to get away. How many creep camps are really left? I don't believe anything up except for this over here in the corner. The Orc army could try and clear that out. The Shadow Hunter is getting closer and closer to level 5. Really wants to get there. Level 5 on the Shadow Hunter with a Pendant of Energy, a Potion of Greater Mana, Mantle of Intelligence. It could even use a Clarity Potion as well. Get up to 600 mana and then be able to simply overrun. 70 supply compared to 69. What is happening next? As all the units are now getting away. All right, Wind Riders up in the air, ready to go. Let's take a look. Temple of the Damned, 2 of them, both of them not being used. Lots of Banshees. We do have Mastery Training. Are we perhaps going to be looking at a lot of Ensnares? All right, there you go. Damage being come across. There is a, what's it called, an Ensnare down as the Wind Riders are now trying to join in on the fight. Ghouls are now being brought over. Blade Master in that front position. As well, a whole bunch of curse going across multiple units, fighting inside the base as the Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down. What is happening here? Multiple stuns as the Blade Master continuing to fight. Blade Master in that forward position. The Rune Bracers doing a lot of work, preventing much of the damage on that Blade Master as the Blade Master is constantly getting healed. 248 critical strike, 256 critical strike. Another big stomp right there. And the Blade Master says, you know what? If you want me to bring a fight, I will bring it to you. And that's exactly what's been done so far. Death Knight trying to death coil that Frostworm constantly, not able to do all that much. And even though fighting on Blight should give a definitive advantage to the Death Knight, well, the Death Knight not able to do all that much. All right, Necromancer with Adept Training. I'm trying to remember all of the abilities of the Necromancer besides Raise Undead. It's been quite some time since I've seen a Necromancer. And we'll see how all of this does unfold. A Shade is keeping track of the army right here. Supply count is 49 compared to 49. There is an expansion here, and that is the one saving thing that Fly has right now. He can afford to lose more. Also, what is this ability? Come on, let me click on the Lich. Lich does have Unholy Frenzy. So Unholy Frenzy allows him to attack faster, but also loses health over time. But the damage is still very, very, well, substantial. All right, Blade Master runs on by. That Rune Bracer is really causing problems as the Destroyers, the Frostworms, the Banshees, unable to do very much damage. Same thing with the Necromancers, the Lich's Frost Nova, and the Death Knight's Death Coil, all doing reduced damage as well. All right, I don't see any additional upgrades whatsoever, and the fact that the Undead doesn't know about the expansion is perhaps cause for concern. All right, Blade Master able to wind walk away. He does have level 2 wind walk, meaning level 3 critical strike. Pendant of Energy, Mantle of Intelligence. Too bad the Shade does not have the backpack upgrade. Otherwise, the Shade could go ahead and those. I don't know. Can Shades pick up items if it has the backpack upgrade? I don't see a ghoul. Anyways, unsummoning another Temple of the Damned. A big miscalculation there, as we are now unsummoning the Black Citadel and the Haunted Gold Mine. Blade Master now trying to get away, down to 523 hit points. It is still being tracked, still being spotted, constantly being slowed. Negative armor causing problems as the Blade Master now runs back home to be healed. Shadow Hunter is right here. Blade Master is right there as well. What is happening next? The Blade Master essentially has twice the amount of hit points, or, well, has so many hit points just because of all of that resistance right there. Doesn't have to really be afraid of anything. Also, that Spirit Link able to protect from a good amount of damage as well. 2 more Frostworms now going to be trained. Supply count 63 compared to 57. But it is the items on the Blade Master, the Shadow Hunter, and the Tauren Chieftain that is really the issue now. Shadow Hunter with 660 mana should be able to keep all of these units alive, and we're just saving up for one big final fight. Frostworms here, ready to go. Let's take a look. Acolytes are here as well. Units are now just all wandering back around, unsummoning some additional buildings, as it looks as though we are going to be going into engagement. No Shade keeping track of the Blade Masters. The Blade Master going to be able to deal some damage here and get some damage onto an Acolyte. Acolyte about to get taken down. Oh, there is a Frenzy or Cripple. Attack rate and damage severely reduced as the Blade Master not able to really do all that much. Let's take a look at Death Knight sitting at level 4. Lich sitting at level 3. Could get to level 4 off of this creep camp here. Acolytes are in the back line here as we're going to be picking up... Oh, is that a ward? Yes, that is a ward right there. All right, Frostworm, Lich now up to level 4. What is happening as we see another expansion now being placed down? Death Knight here, ready to go. Necromancers here, ready to go. Frostworm here. Where are all of these units going to be traveling to? That is the big question. Shade now about to come down. Let's take a look. Wind Riders here, ready to go as well. Tauren Chieftain, Kodo Beast. 80 supply compared to 70, as now here we have the engagement. Blade Master going to go ahead and absorb a lot of damage. There is an ensnare onto that Obsidian Statue. Obsidian Statue about to get taken down. It does go down as the Spirit Link Frostworms continuing that fight. You can see another Frostworm getting taken down here. Tauren Chieftain now tries to make its way to the back. Anti-magic shell preventing a lot of that damage as the Banshees are trying to get away. The Wind Riders able to poke apart many of the units in the back line, as units are still falling left and right. Wind Rider with Bloodlust going after some units here. All right, how do we have Bloodlust? Do we have Shamans? I don't even see them just quite yet, but still raging on right now. Obsidian Statues in the back line. Cripple. We are losing a lot of those Necromancers as we do see the game going to Fly. Fly pretty much with a dominant score, waiting until the very end to just commit to a fight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.